Hello. Today I'm going to do a review of Fallout 1. I just finished it. Actually, I bought the game 10 years ago and I couldn't beat it. When I was in middle school, it was just over my head. I didn't know what I was doing, and it's still almost over my head. I looked at guides and stuff to like speed up playing. I tried not to like figure out exactly what I was supposed to do, but just get a general idea. Anyways, I'm going to try to make this a quick review, so let me get to business here. First, I'll tell you the positives, okay? Atmosphere. Fallout, if you're waiting for Fallout 3, you've probably watched a lot of videos and you've seen it's a post-apocalyptic future, kind of in the mindset of 1950s science fiction. I can also say at this point, like, you can go buy it. I think it's worth buying. A lot of people will try to download it for free and pirate it or something, but I think it's worth downloading. If you go to GOG.com, that's goodoldgames.com, you can download it for $6, which is, it's pretty cheap. And it still works with all these mods that people have put out. And you can also, I heard it's free on gametap, but I don't really know anything about that, and I heard gametap wasn't that great. So, anyways, the atmosphere, it really puts you into the game. You're supposed to be a character who is all alone, traveling across the wasteland, and the fact that the NPCs only talk to you about certain things and only a little bit, and they don't seem to trust you that much. You do feel isolated and alone. Let's go back. Let's get to the next point. Is gameplay. If you buy this game like now and put it on, you'll be like, oh my god, why is it so slow? Well, go into the options and turn up the speed all the way. The default is really slow. Put your character on like run all the time and put the speed all the way up, and everything will get much better. You'll be like, oh, okay, now I can play this game. The gameplay is really fun. It's turn-based, but it looks like Diablo. When you look at the game, you think it must play like Diablo, but actually the ground is broken up into all these little hexagonal-looking little cube things that you can walk around between. You have certain action points, so you can use those points to walk or to shoot or whatever. And now that I think about it, it's kind of like Fallout. It's kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics or some game like that, Ogre Battle, where you're moving your dudes along, and managing your inventory also takes points. I've seen someone beat this game on a speed run in 9 minutes, and I don't think they had to talk to one person at all. So therefore, I believe you could beat the game and kill everyone in the entire game and not have any friends if you wanted to. There's a time limit on the game. When you start off, the vault needs a water chip, and you need to get that. You can get water to your vault in another way, but that will cause another different problem that you'll have to fix later. I don't want to give away because I really think you guys ought to go try to play the game. There's really no punishment for doing the bad thing. It's not the wrong thing, it's just the bad thing. Okay, you can play through the game as a thief. You can steal every item you need. You can play as a tough guy who shoots the shit out of everybody. You can play the game as a sort of peaceful guy who talks his way through everything, and you can combine those aspects together. And you don't pick a class like I want to be a thief. You have to pick your stats and create a thief character your own way. Let me tell you about some negative aspects, and some of these are fixed by mods. First of all, the NPCs, you can get like teammates, and they're pretty retarded. You can give them items to carry. That's probably the best thing they're useful for. But I was able to beat the game with all 4 of the characters, and they didn't die. And I did use them in combat. they're not that great in combat, and they're constantly shooting you and shooting each other and blowing each other up, and sometimes it can be pretty hilarious. Like, your dog will walk in the way, and the dog gets shot up and disintegrated, and you're like, oh, dog meat, what are you doing? Another thing is the people in the towns. I think it's just because the game was programmed with so much openness, that in order to program the NPC characters that walk around in the towns, to program them so that they were really aware of what you had been doing would be pretty difficult, since you're allowed to do it in so many different ways. They're aware enough, but it would have been nice if, when I was like, I had just destroyed this main evil bad guy, and then when I went back to the village, they're kind of like, they still didn't realize that I had done it. And that's probably because I did it in an order that wasn't set out by the game. Obviously, the gameplay in Fallout 3 is going to be totally different, but hopefully it'll hold the atmosphere. Hopefully the ability to choose what you want to be is just as open as the old game, and that'll be enough for me to be really interested in it. You can go online, and even with the legal bought copy, you can get these mods and hook up your game. So, like, they have mods to fix the NPC characters so that you can, like, tell them to change their armor and do other things that they couldn't do in the original game. There's high resolution mods. Most of these I didn't use. I just did the NPC mod, and there's a lot of good mods. You can change a lot of things that were annoying about the game, or just change the game in some other way. My review of Fallout 1 would be basically great atmosphere that pulls you in, makes you feel isolated, and gives you a feeling of freedom in the game universe. Very fun turn-based strategy gameplay. Great freedom of choice. Not so great NPCs, but pretty good. There's a lot of talking you can do and a lot of choices to make that make it very fun. And lastly, the mods, which are a pretty cool thing that you don't see on console gaming. You just see that on PC gaming. And I think if you buy any PC game, you should be checking out the mods, because that really adds a lot to what you paid for. Okay, so that's all. I'm going to play some other games, and when I beat them, I'm going to try to review them quickly for you. And also check out my Taiwan-related videos. I'm trying to get those finished up. My father's coming to Taiwan to visit me soon, and I'm going to try to take even more footage during that time. So hopefully you'll see more from me on the video games and on the Taiwan stuff. Okay, thanks for watching.